How's it going, you guys? Kyle here to teach you a really easy combination here for beginners in parkour who are just starting to get your vaults down and you've already got pretty decent precision landing control. What it is, you're just going to start in this position and you're going to lazy into a dash into a precision landing. So you're going to go here into there like so. Keep in mind a precise precision landing is where your heels are off the edge. So what I'm going for is not both my feet entirely on the obstacle, but I'm actually going for the precision of landing on the edge. Now, when we're going into the beginning part, one thing you want to keep in mind is posture. At any point in this motion, you never go here and you never lean back super far. Everything is usually just about how you are when you're standing, shoulders above your hips. So keeping that in mind, let's go ahead and go into the beginning intro. So when I start out, I'm going to start off sideways instead of facing the obstacle. When you're starting out with this motion, especially this combo here, I have found it easier to do it this way. If for some reason it's easier for you to start this way, then by all means go for it. Find out what's easiest for you, then adapt, and then just work from there. It's on my left side, so I'm gonna grab with my left hand. This is my closest hand. Now, I like to swing my inside leg just because it's the closest leg, but some people find it easier to bring up their outside leg first. Again, just kind of find what's easiest for you and then work and build from there. However, once you get your feet up and your hips are lifted, you want to make sure you're really getting that second hand grabbing, not in front like here, but behind like so. So really make sure you're getting that down, let your feet pass, and then grab it with your second hand. But you want to grab before your feet come down. So how it should look is like this, like so. What you don't want to do is this here, like that. So in the first one, you want to make sure you grab it, then let your feet drop. So the second one, you don't want your feet to drop at the same time as you grab it. So try and count it out. 1, 2, 3. And here's how it'll work. 1 is the drive, 2 is the grab, 3 is the feet dropping. So 1, 2, 3, just like so. The next thing you're gonna wanna focus on is keeping your feet up high. You wanna try to keep them about head height. That way, once you get your second hand and you push off, you can point your feet from that height. If they're down low here, I can't cover the distance from here to there. I gotta keep them up high so I keep that arch when I shoot out and traject. Not to mention, when you're landing in a precision, you ideally want to come down in a landing. So shooting up in that arch helps you come down for your landing. So all you're gonna do is work on passing over it, still getting that second hand planted before the feet drop, but keeping your feet up high. Use your core like so. And you notice how it was a quick grab and I pointed my feet out and I'm starting to work on that arch. That's what you're gonna do. And the best way to work on that is to think about, if you're here, grab, grab, I'm gonna kick both feet up and I'm just gonna push. Hips lift, feet reach, hands pull. So again, hips lift, feet push or reach, hands pull. So it's like this, 1, 2, shoot like that. That's the motion that I'm doing after my hips pass over the bar. The bar is your center point. So once you're passing your center point, that's when you want to shoot. You can't reach that way, you can't traject that way when your hips are on this side of the bar. So feel the motion pass over, then as soon as it passes, shoot. Don't wait till gravity's already pulling you down. It's going to be too late and you'll go low. You want to do it at the peak of your lift so you shoot up even more and out. So then you'll start working on feeling that same motion. Hips lift, feet reach or point, hands pull behind. As you do that, you'll start looking, as you're vaulting here, you're gonna be looking at where you want your feet to go. And you'll start reaching more and more for that. Just keep working on the technique, but what you wanna feel is the timing and the control of that actual shoot, this part here, like so. And the first couple times, you might not make it all the way. So be careful of landing and slipping, be careful of hitting your shins. There's a lot of things to worry for. The one most important thing though is if you have something low to the ground, it'll be a lot easier. Or if you have no ledge, but you do have a rail, use a line on the sidewalk or something. Or if you have an obstacle with you, put something there. Or you have like a chalk or something, draw a line, or just imagine something, but use something to help you build that idea of momentum and control, and it'll get easier. One last thing is when it comes to the actual landing, the pushing of your hands, once you're actually pushing, your body is partially lean back. In the beginning, I said keep your posture, shoulders above your hips. Same thing still applies, but when you go and you push out, your shoulders should go back from that partially lean back position to going above your hips. And when you land, it should be shoulders above your hips, above your feet. So like so. Shoulders above my hips, above my feet. And that's kind of how you want to land your precision. In the beginning of this tutorial, when we were talking about going over the bar, we broke it down to 1, 2, 3. So the 1 is going to be the drive over. The 2 is going to be the plant, hips lifting, feet reaching, and pushing. That'll be the 2. And the 3 is going to be the landing and keeping my chest up above my hips, above my feet, and having my hands at the ready to control the balance. All that together, count it out in your head as you drill it. 1, 2, 3. Just like so. And on the landing, for me anyways, it helps my knees when I don't land like this, where my butt gets too close to my heels, because I know with me going this low, I put all that pressure on my knee joints and it kills. So what I think about is trying not to let my butt go any lower than how my knees are. So if your butt's going lower than your knees, it's where you're starting to get in that realm of pushing it. So things to watch out for, things to kind of keep in mind as you're doing it, that if you're landing too rough, you know, land soft and bend with the landing, and just drilling it from there. This is kind of long for a really simple motion, but for beginners, they need a lot of detail. So hopefully I've helped. If I haven't, you still have questions, throw them in the comment section below and I'll do my best to help you out. And as always, thanks for watching. Take great care and stay positive. See you guys. Some lazy ball in the beginning, to a palm spin in the middle, instantly transitioning into going into another bar, popping right up onto the bar for balance, or if you want to proceed, then you can do that as well. So,